Well, hello, pianists and piano teachers and colleagues and friends. If we haven't met before, my name is Gianna Williamson, and welcome to my home piano studio in the suburbs of Chicago. I'm really excited to introduce you today to my newest resource for piano teachers. It's called 30 Practice Strategies to Make Your Students Invincible Under Pressure. Now, of course, I can't guarantee that your students can actually be invincible under pressure, but I can offer you this free resource, which you can, again, just download by clicking the link in the description of this video. And there are literally 30 different bullet points in this on immediately usable practice techniques. Now, these are practice techniques for a piece that you or your student has already learned. And if you're planning on performing from memory, the piece should already be memorized at this point. But we have practice techniques now that you would use in the last few weeks before a performance to truly practice performing. My students oftentimes don't know the difference between just practicing or rehearsing in their practice time versus truly practicing performing. And the truth of the matter is, if you do not set aside time where you practice performing, then you won't be as ready as you can be when you get to an actual performance. So there are 4 categories within this download. The first is a category of practice techniques towards working towards reliability. And this is taking a piece, again, that you already know, but doing some things that will help you engage your brain and practice with intention. Even though we know that the vast majority of students will just play their piece over and over again without actually thinking. Once you know a piece, it's very easy to go on autopilot. So the strategies within this category are intended to break you out of autopilot, give you something to focus on or something to do that will really make you think and engage your brain. 2 examples of this would be, of course, slow metronome practice, where it just makes you go out of your regular performance speed and makes you really check and see if everything is going well. And then also interleaved practice. And if you don't know what interleaved practice is, I have a video about that as well, which I will link and you can click up there for. But it's generally the idea that you practice the same piece at various different points in your practice session. So you might practice your performance piece for only 5 or 6 minutes and then go and practice something else, and then come back and practice that performance piece again. It re-engages your brain every time you come back to it. The second category is probably my favorite, and that's the one titled Engage the Imagination and Focus on Expression. And these are all practice strategies to help your student go past just thinking about the notes and the articulation and the dynamics, things that are written in the score, into connecting those into real life experience. So an example would be writing character words for each different little phrase or section of the piece, and also trying to connect the piece of music to visual art, either through something they visually imagine, a picture in their head, or through actually connecting it to visual art from the time period in which the piece was written. The third category is called Prepare for Performance Anxiety. And you can substitute any word here that you like. Nervousness will work, or nerves, or whatever you want to call it. But I do also have a blog post and video about what performance anxiety is, and I will link that as well. But just to say, we all experience some sort of physical and/or mental response when we are under pressure. So the practice strategies in this category are going to help you prepare for that reality. And some of them are very creative. So if your body's response is for your heart to beat very, very fast whenever you perform and you kind of feel short of breath, then in your practice room, you can elevate your heart rate by running up and down a set of stairs or running around your house a few times if you don't have stairs, and then immediately sitting down and practice performing your piece. That will automatically elevate your heart rate and make your breath more shallow and fast, and you can see how it feels to play your piece with those physical conditions, even if you're not feeling nervous because you're just playing in your own living room. And then the last category is to recreate the performance conditions. Most students will try to do something to make themselves feel calm in a performance, or they'll get to the performance and then realize they feel nervous or things don't feel the same as they felt in their living room when they were practicing. and they'll try to do something in that moment. When truthfully, the much better strategy is to, in your practice sessions, try to recreate what it will feel like in the performance, to bring the stage to the practice room rather than trying to bring the practice room to the stage. And I have a quote from the violinist Midori, where she said in a video that I watched, "I think it is more practical, actually, to learn to play under pressure rather than trying to take away the pressure." So all of these practice strategies, again, there's 30 of them on the free PDF download. All of them are designed to help your student experience the pressure or recreate the performance conditions in their practice room so that they are ready when they get to the stage or the exam room or the church where they have their recital or whatever the performance location is. They are ready because they've already practiced those conditions when they were already feeling comfortable in their practice room, in their living room, or in their lessons with you as their teacher. I hope you will check out this free download. Let me know if you have other practice techniques that you use that help you get prepared for performance. Surely there's more that I did not include here that you've tried. I hope this is helpful to you and then to your students. Best wishes in all of your teaching and playing.